enjoying culture tonight. My name is Ken Riddles, ken.riddles@btinternet.com. I like to paint pictures and I like to write poems. So I'm an artist and a poet. Sometimes I paint poems and write pictures. This first poem is entitled Making Up Words. Making up words. Making up words. I had to decide if a new word could be made, and if it would abide in the world's dictionaries, or is this just a dream? As I reach for the keyboard and begin to glean the fruit of thought as another word is added. Does it make sense? I ask myself. Put the bottle back on the shelf. I have shortened to poo bottle bakshi. My spelling check says no. So I stretch my mind for another go. How about simply bot back? No, that won't do. Making up new words is a task indeed. How much money is in it for me? Not enough to earn a living, that's plain to see. An inventor of words is a thankless task. So I won't ask if you think that it's cool. I will just free myself from the task and instead write poems that won't last. This poem is entitled The Man of Goodwill, and it actually happened. It's a true story. The musical appreciation night has ended. Partakers leave the country cottage. Pylon lights are non-existent. Turn left, turn right, down the road, and you will find the lights of civilization. Father and daughter leave in darkness. In the car, turning right. They forget the left turn first. Disoriented, having made the wrong choice, they drive as then right. But the road, right only, can't handle to the left. Do not see the ramp to hedgerow, and up they go, ramp grass leading to hedgerow. Of solid ground, the car ditches. Wheels spin in the air, and its bottom rests on said peak. Daddy, Daddy, cries the child. All right, darling, he questions back, opening the car door as though that indicates go. He steps out and disappears below. Another, Daddy, Daddy, are you all right? He forgets that hedgerows have height. But no bones broken, no heart attack. He helps his daughter from the car in the pitch black. What now? The teenager offers to go find a house to enlist the help of others. Walking in the dark, she finds a house and lights. The dog in the doorway growls its disapproval. The courageous child is not daunted. Nice dog, it's all right. Friends of the friends who held the musical night are glad to help the lost ones home. We shall leave the car till morning. A contractor's crane is sought to lift the car to the road. They do little things to help the contractor and leave him a £10 note for lunch. Home safe and sound, the car undamaged. They will wait to receive the bill, but never hear from the contractor again. obviously, a man of goodwill. And this one is entitled Devastation. And across the excavated plain, no obstacles in sight remain. All has been set free, but in freedom they die. Tree and shrub and hedge and cacti. Desolation rose of green-held plants. The storm of wind and avalanche has done its business to all of these. Leaves ripped and torn in reckless spree. And as dusk approaches yet again, a lone figure, sifting among things that remain, lifts his head and scans the horizon. His tear-filled eyes speak. This is not surprising. For this was one of their worst, as they contemplate the meaning of a curse. Was it tornado or hurricane? We'll need to see the TV footage again. But homeless house and shack remain in ruin to be built yet again. It's too much to think about when the mind is full of doubt. Lifting his legs high and stepping over debris, he looks on all sides and sees a friend against a tree. Suddenly he is shocked by seeing him. I'm seeing me. His fellow man staring into space as though he cannot see. On another day, this could be an art piece, recontextualized in some pristine white museum. Funny how the eye can ignore all the pain. By this strange comparison, hope might arise again. Thus the cogs of the human brain will wheel, turning over the ink-spilled page to reveal resolve is intact and beginnings must begin. Put shoulder to the wheel and let progress win. And this is a slightly longer poem. It's entitled From These Shores. I raise my head and extend my neck. I'm a man of this soil. I'm a man from these shores of conflict and division, these shores of beauty where I abide. The green, green grass of home found its way into the Welshman's song, but I have 40 times more. Green grow the rushes, oh, the local park was green enough for me. And what's more, that green door, not the one begging the question, what's that hiding there? But the one the ball hit countless times. As the street stadium shook to our imaginary crowds, as at the same time players and crowds we were. At the same time as fending off the neighbour who told us to run, he wasn't having fun. With football thuds, I'm a man of this soil, I'm a man of these shores. They look bemused and decide to hold my peace. For I've never been one to embrace it, never been one to see the importance beyond being a man from these shores. Too full of walking its planks, looking into its gardens, drinking in its car runs, with ice cream enough of a reward, noticing beyond its horizons, living its daily life. Hello, how's it going? He lived to a grand old age, and he's a decent sort. He did well for himself. Sure, he's a man from these shores. The shipyard in Harland and Wolff, my dad worked there, and worked in shorts too, wearing long trousers of course. On the street where children meet, I oft heard this remark, my dad could do your dad. From these shores, Teenage kicks made a noise, and amateur productions almost changed into sublime uniqueness, with flat football commentaries told us what the crowd was doing and not where the ball was. I'm a man of this soil. I'm a man from these shores. Once there was a doctor who knew the family well. She visited and would not vacate the premises until she knew too well what was amiss. Dr. Kentley, my first authority figure, who carried the mystery of her office, who shared her own infirmities. I just about remember the trolley buses and where they slept for the night, and the picture drome nearby, and the Winkies bottle pay matinee. I'm a man of this soil. I'm a man from these shores. From one primary to the next in quick succession, while education was getting on its feet. Miss Minnis, Mr. Curtis, Mr. Spence, and then the intermediate band, the maritime in teenage years, hanging around, got any odds, would decide dance or no dance. Get to the last bus, see it now in the Transport Museum. Long hair, Maud hair, Ben Sherman with stripes. On Christmas Eve one year, a glowing in the dark at the Pound. Band after band, if all else fails, disco will have to do. I'm a man of this soil. I'm a man from these shores. Snowballs on Saturdays. Ulster fried lunch without fail. Regular as clockwork. Of all the strangest entertainments, a microphone in the kitchen. The connection made through the door to the wireless. Dad did his crooning and played the mouth organ. Uncle did his recitation. Cousins did whatever took their fancy. I was too young to do anything but stare. Aunt, after many years in America, returned thinking nothing had changed. I'm back. I'm a woman of this soil. I'm a woman from these shores. But everything had gone amiss. Things were no longer like this. Her disappointment showed. Then her husband passed. She was left alone on these shores. She was at my wedding, peering through her one eye and wishing us all the best. I'm a man of this soil. I'm a man from these shores. Born and bred, as they say. Leave in body I may, but in heart I can't get away from being a man of this soil, a man from these shores.